Hello everyone, this is Erin with North Star Mystic Tarot, and tomorrow on Saturday, March 29th, we have a new moon in Aries and a partial solar eclipse. And so this reading is going to be about what to expect during that period of time. Eclipses can be very powerful, and an eclipse in Aries is a very energizing eclipse. So it should be really interesting. So go ahead and pick one of these three piles here. We've got the purple, the magenta, and the turquoise. Tap into your intuition and check for the timestamps in the description. All right, guys, I'll see you there. All right, if you chose the purple, this is your reading. Our first card is Nightshade, which is about shadow. It can also be about something that you need to overcome. And then we have the Empath Oracle saying, remember your strength. You are strong. We forget our strength when it's being tested. And so this is showing that you guys either are or may soon be going through a little bit of a slump in how you feel with the Nightshade card. For some of you, this could be something as simple as just a little bit of extra stress or hormones or some change or something didn't go your way. And so it's important when you're feeling like your energy is being totally tapped to remember your strength. Okay? Let's pull another Empath Oracle for you guys. We have connect with community, expand your community, grow more meaningful connections, honor your place within the whole. So we have this need during this time. You're going to be reminded that you also need to strengthen your community as well as strengthen yourself, because we need a balance. That part of us that needs independence and needs to grow, and that part of us that needs to lean on others and rely on community. They're showing me like a figure eight. So we have to keep both aspects of our life moving and work on both, not just one to the exclusion of the other. Okay? So let's pull from the Botanical Oracle. It's actually a perfume company, perfume brand, but they have this beautiful oracle deck that I am absolutely in love with. So we have the Iris. So the Iris can refer to a strong female, but in general, this card also refers to royalty and admiration. And so this is about you unveiling who you truly are. And that's going to lead you to a path where you will be able to respect yourself more, and other people will admire you greatly. Okay? The guides or spirit guides are using the words hidden gem. So you are a hidden gem. And you're going to be realizing this very soon. All right, let's pull from this deck here. We have the Nine of Swords. So it looks like you guys have been through something traumatic, and it's a bit hard to overcome. And so this is why this period of time is especially fruitful for you. The guides are showing me black soil, fertile ground. They're showing when the earth is becoming more ready to be supporting growing things. It's not a pretty process, is it? It involves decay. It involves dampness and rain and leaves rotting. The process isn't beautiful, and it can be a little depressing. And I notice in this card how the flower at the top here looks like it's withering away. It's turning yellow. But at the base, we have the fruit, which is the tomato. And it's showing how sometimes we have to let things die in order to grow something new. And I feel like during this period, you guys, you're in a little bit of a delicate situation where Spirit is allowing you to be broken down just a bit, because Spirit, your soul is like digging in the earth. I see someone like digging in the earth. But what it is it's you being cleared away. Everything that's in the way, you're digging for your true self, which is this iris here. It's not easy, but it's worthwhile. That's what the guides just told me. So this is a time where it would be good for you guys to rest and call someone that you trust and love. All right, we have the moth. The moth is about listening to your internal guidance, your ancestors. So this is showing that you will have some helper spirits. As you rest and as you recuperate, you're literally like a seed underground right now. And so it's important to honor the process you're going through. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So that is emphasizing that your soul is ready for the next level. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is often about, the revolution of the wheel of karma, the wheel of fate, the wheel of time. And you are preparing to enter a new cycle. And this is why it's necessary to take a break. And we have the Fool card as well. So the Fool card is letting us know that this new start is going to feel very light for you once you've completed the breaking down period and you're ready to build up again and to be active again and to go outward again. You're going to be feeling so carefree and light, like the Fool card. One of the most difficult things to do on a spiritual path is to trust when spirit is taking your hand through a shadowy period. That can be a challenge, but that's why we're here for each other during those times. That's why we connect to community during those times, right? And we also connect more deeply with Earth and find ourselves through our connection with the Earth, which is something that is often overlooked. But what I have found is when I rely on my genetic heritage and tap into those traditions, sometimes the ability to connect more deeply with consciousness is enhanced. We still have paganism in our blood, and we can connect to the earth in whatever way suits us. So we have Siberian fir. The Siberian fir is a very sacred tree, and it is strongly connected with illumination and connection with a God force or a higher power. The pine cone is a symbol of the pineal gland. The pineal gland can open just like the pine cone does. Okay? So we've got the Ten of Pentacles. That is about security and wealth, and can also represent tradition because of the stability and security that it represents. And with that, we've got the Ten of Wands that popped out, and that is showing you trying to move in the way that society deems most acceptable is starting to get a little heavy, and you're yearning for this freedom of the Fool. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about time passing until you can reap your reward. I have a feeling that you guys have had people in your life, or still do, a lot of you still do, I'm hearing, most of you still do, have people in your life who are restricting you. See, I couldn't even say the word. My throat kind of closed off, which is a sign I'm channeling the energy. They're restricting you. You're being restricted financially, and you don't really feel like you have your voice fully. And so this is a major spiritual awakening for you guys right now during this period of time, where you can harness the energy of Aries to remember your strength. And Aries is also kind of, it's jokingly considered the show-off sign, right? So we have Iris here, which is a very showy flower. And look at all the sparkles. She's like, look at me. And Iris is a sign of, it's very regal, right? That's why it's a sign of royalty. And so you're also deeply sensitive. There's a certain emotional maturity here. And emotional maturity can sometimes lead to a lot of challenges in navigating society, because the majority of society shuts down what they don't want to look at. They feel overwhelmed. They feel like it's too much. And the majority of society has learned to close out a lot of emotion. And for some of us, we never did that. We never did that. And so as a result, we not only become very intuitive, we also become psychically tuned to vibration in the collective. And when other people want to control us, we struggle sometimes to find our voice. And this period of time for you is about you going deeper into your strength and celebrating yourself. Because we can drop these burdens here. You can drop the burdens that you're carrying of the weight of other people's expectations of you. And that's what the opportunity is for you now. And you'll get there, ironically, even though Aries is a very fiery, activating card, the message for you guys is you'll get there by resting. It's time to rest for a bit. So I'm going to clear these cards here. I want you to really take this in. Okay? Spirit is telling me, and there's a spirit guide here telling me that you have spirit guides who have their eyes on money coming through for you. With the 10 of Pentacles is what they're saying. And your spirit guides, they tell me they come from Atlantis. They're really happy to be breaking through for you. They're smiling. I can feel it. They have a goal set for you. They're going to get you to a place of financial stability. Okay? So I want you to see yourself in that light as someone who's worthy of help from the other side to get there. Okay? You're dealing with limitations from your genetic line, because we go through, when our ancestors go through certain traumatic events, even if it's emotional and not physical, but both, we inherit the memory of that through epigenetics. The study of epigenetics has shown that we inherit events within our DNA from our ancestors. And I've seen this in myself where, what happened here? I've seen this in myself where I have an ancestor who broke her hip crossing the plains in the United States. She joined the LDS church and bought a wheelbarrow, put food in it, and started walking with her kids. And then she fell and broke her hip and had to keep going. And I have hip problems. And I just wonder if that's why. So I'm just letting you guys know, like, sometimes the challenges we face are hard, not because it has anything to do with us personally. It can be something that happened to our ancestors. And we get to reach for those things. And it's our spirit guides, your spirit guides are going to help you do that. That's what I'm seeing. Reaching beyond what your genetic material is telling you can do. If you had ancestors who were broken down, you can undo that at the DNA level through intention, emotion, vibration, spiritual support, all the above, through action. And I can feel this emotionally very deeply as I'm saying it. So I hope this is landing correctly. Okay? We have the 3 of Swords. So that represents heartbreak. Wow. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, showing a new start. And then the Fool again. So this is saying getting past the challenge, the difficulty, the heaviness is gonna be easier than a lot of you think. Okay, it's already begun, so it's only going to get better from here. And so the instructions for you guys is to just take it easy and rest, and take it easy and rest and be good to yourself, and let spirit support you. And that's all you really need to worry about. And just hold space for yourself and be gentle with yourself. Okay? All right. I hope this landed. Energetically, I'm getting the impression that some people still aren't able to give themselves that grace. So let's see if we can find a validator to help that. Okay, just pulling at random. We got the Ace of Swords. That is the yes card, because the swords are about thoughts. I'm sharing thoughts, and that is Spirit saying yes to those thoughts that I shared. And they're telling me to pull one from here. Ceremony. So they're saying, what they're advising here is to connect with your own spirit team. Create an altar, light some candles or incense, and spend some time intentionally connecting with your spiritual guidance, because you're going to feel it, and this is going to make a difference and be important later on. And this is going to help you move through this period. So that's your assignment. That's your homework, okay? Do this today, all right? And let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. I want to hear what you're experiencing. I want to hear if this resonated with you. And yeah. So I hope you guys really enjoy this change. It's going to be positive for you. All right? It's going to be good. Don't worry. Let go of the burdens. Let go the burdens other people place on you. Okay? All right. All right. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Which one was next? Is it the turquoise? I think it was the magenta. Yeah. Hello, guys. If you chose magenta, if you chose magenta, this is your reading. Let's try that again. Okay, guys, if you chose magenta, this is your reading. Oh my God. Okay, guys, if you chose magenta here, this is your reading. Let's get going. We have Shinto Shrine. So this is about turning to some kind of sanctuary. And this is, remember, it's okay to be human, from the Empath Oracle. Nobody can be perfect all of the time or at all. It's okay to be human sometimes. If you slipped up, it's okay. You can start over again. If you're feeling stressed, give yourself some time. Take a break, breathe, and tend to your own needs for a while. So you guys are being advised to seek illumination by going someplace where you can clear your mind. Okay, it could be a park. Could be some kind of temple or shrine if you have access to one. Or it could just be hanging out in a place that feels safe and easy for you, if that makes sense. So let's pull a few more cards here. We have Shakti. Look at that, right next to Shinto Shrine. This is about connecting with a strong source of energy here. Shakti in particular is feminine. And so you may have a teacher that you go to who's female, or some kind of channeled wisdom written by a woman. This is a period of illumination for you guys, is what I'm being shown. Here we have Datura. So Datura is a card about being deliberate, discerning, and careful. So it's about choosing your words carefully, I'm hearing in this case. So you guys are also learning how to be more demure, as they say. So very mindful, right? Such a funny trend. Woo. Okay, so we have the Temperance card echoing that. We have the Temperance card echoing, it's time for a little bit of healing and calm. And, reassessing where you put your energy, really. And, okay, we're going to put these ones back. We're going to shuffle. Ooh. All right, there's our cards. There they are. Magician with the Six of Wands. So as you guys are finding your illumination is when you have a new understanding that goes beyond thought. Illumination comes from your consciousness and in turn changes your thoughts. That is illumination. And sometimes we can reach illumination through a thought that kind of triggers that for us and we go, oh, our aha moments. But at the end of the day, it's more than a thought, isn't it? When we are illuminated, we are perceiving truth. And then our thoughts rearrange themselves around that truth we perceived or we learned. There's lots of ways that can happen, but it goes deeper than simply a change of mindset, right? So this is showing with that. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. With this new illumination coming to you with this Aries eclipse and new moon here. New moons are new starts. You are going to be in your power and you're going to have extreme clarity. It's going to help you have a very strong, clear voice and to show the world who you are and show yourself who you are. And everything in your life will start to change to reflect that change. I'm hearing for not everything in your life will change, but the way you handle everything is going to change more specifically. So this is wonderful. The Magician with the Six of Wands is like a lottery win to me. That's what it feels like. Not necessarily literally, but in terms of like the cards you can pull, it's fabulous. Take action. Look at that. And the Magician is all about action. So now is not the time to think. It's the time to act. There's no rush. Just take one step in the right direction and you will feel much better. Think about one thing you've been postponing, count from 5 to 1 and take action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That's a Mel Robbins thing. If you guys are familiar with her, she's a podcaster and she's written a lot of books on how to get into action toward your goals. And so once you have this illumination, first you're going to take a break. You're going to go into a still place. Eventually your illumination is going to come with this Aries eclipse. And the Aries eclipse is going to help support that. And I want to make that clear because we're not 100% steered around by the stars. We have our own pathway. But stars kind of shift and change and give us opportunities, right? So that's what's happening here is an opportunity to be supported and you'll be able to reach this illumination And I see your spirit guides. They're all smiling right now because they see from a higher vantage point, right? They're looking from the top of the mountain at the scene while we're down in the valley sometimes. And so we see ups and downs, and they see it. They're watching us from way up high. So they're happy. That's a good sign when your guides are smiling, right? So once you have this period after this Saturday, or after a few days, a day or two after you see this, you'll be ready to start taking action. Or maybe you feel that way now. You'll feel it. You'll feel it for sure. So when it's time. So let's pull from this. Okay. So let's pull from the Strange Women Botanical deck here. This has got to be my favorite deck ever. We have the Herbalist. So you guys are smart. I can feel. I'm seeing you guys are very smart. The Herbalist is about applied healing, whether it's medicinal or otherwise, or it could be, medicine in the form of concepts and words. It could be whatever that looks like for you. It doesn't have to be plants, but it's showing a knowledge of wisdom when it comes to using your abilities and insights for healing. And see how this eye here at the bottom is open and looking up, and that represents intuition. Eyes that are looking up are looking within at the third eye. All right? So wisdom of healing is an important phrase here. The spirit guides are repeating that to me. So let's find out more about what that means. We have the 9 of Wands, which is about determination despite all odds, no matter how hard it gets. And I see here how the snake is climbing up the staff toward illumination at the top, and it mirrors the caduceus with the symbol of medicine that has the snakes entwined up the staff. It's a reference to the snakes representing the awakening of our life force energies. Snakes are seen as healing because of how they shed their skin as well. And they can start fresh. They're always regenerating in that way. And so it represents the process of healing. So how cool. And there's a spirit guide here with me who wants me to tell you that consciousness itself, when you elevate your consciousness, it can be a profoundly healing thing. And it can heal your physical body as well. And the snake is representing that. This particular spirit guide is showing up very clearly. So I'm going to give him a little room. It's a man with a beard. And he's wearing white. He's got brown hair. It's not Jesus. I just described Jesus. This is a spirit guide. There's a whole line of spirit guides. They're lining up. These people all love you. Oh. I'm going to cry, you guys. These readings are getting so profound. I feel honored. Look at this. What did we just talk about? I can't. Sometimes I just can't. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Okay. Oh, you guys. You are awakening. Look at how they look exactly the same. You guys, then you saw me shuffle. That was okay. So, my guides are like, okay, get it together. Oh, I don't think that needs any words. I have no words for this moment. That was incredibly obvious validation of what I just channeled about the snake. Okay. Shit. Okay. So, spirit guides, what do we need to know more about this? Clear your energy right now. You have energy cleanse. Clear your energy. Spend time in nature. Okay, that'll clear your energy. And that mirrors what we talked about in the beginning about retreating to a park or a quiet place, peaceful, quiet place. Right now, it's important for you. Snakes also represent cycles beginning and ending because of how they shed their skin. Connect with community came out again. And have realistic expectations came out. Very interesting. So, all right, Spirit, what do you mean when you say realistic expectations associated with the community card? We have the 10 of Cups. And we have Justice. And we have the 6 of Swords. They're telling me to pull one more. The Emperor. There's a man in your life, and he gives me a headache. His energy makes me feel so heavy. And this is probably a father figure for most of you, authority figure of some kind, who is family, feels like family, or influences you in a way like family would. And you're thinking, okay, maybe I should just depart, leave this situation, in order, because that's the only way to find balance and justice for myself. And so looks like they're showing this pathway where you guys are needing to know that you have permission to walk away, at least for the time being. And I think that's what relates to the realistic expectations. Because a lot of us have family members who are toxic or authority figures in our life who are bad for us or who aren't in integrity, which is very hard for us. And we can't necessarily expect that to change on its own. And so you might have an issue with community because of this kind of energy. So what advice do you have, guys? Talking to the spirit guides. 5 of Swords. That's about taking a loss in order to get what you need. So this is a tough decision. And I don't have a feeling that for everybody it's going to resolve with this reading in this moment necessarily, but this information is something to mull over that the guides want to work with you on, okay? How do you... What do realistic expectations look like for you? Does it mean better just walk away? Or does it mean try and be a mediator of some kind in a situation where there's a toxic element? So it's going to be different for everybody. I don't want to leave the snake. That was just so cool. It's going to be different for everybody. And the guides are telling me just to leave it there for now. So tell us more, Spirit, about navigating this new moon and this eclipse in Aries. Tell us more. A Curio Cabinet is about resting and keeping yourself safe. So that might be where the healing comes from for you. Protecting yourself, protecting your energy, just like we protect our little treasures in the Curio Cabinet. Okay? Everything in there is delicate. It's glass, it's butterfly wings, it's bird skulls and flowers. Things that you don't want disturbed. And so the Curio Cabinet is where you keep your treasures. And it represents self-preservation. I think you guys have big hearts. And like as I say that, the Empress or the High Priestess shows up. You know, the High Priestess is the wise woman. You guys have big hearts. You're sensitive. In a good way. We have the Four of Pentacles reverse. Four of Pentacles is about pulling within, pulling your resources to yourself. And in reverse, it could mean reversals sometimes amplify the card, right? There's different meanings that you can apply to reversals, so we just use our inner guidance to know what it means. And what I'm saying is it means this. Like really protecting yourself, okay? And we have Four of Pentacles, pulling, especially your resources, pulling your resources in. You don't have to give your time, money, energy away. Your voice, pull within. And we have the Queen of Wands. That's what's going to let you shine. You deserve to be able to shine, okay? So I feel like the messages landed that needed to land. And you guys are in the middle of something, but you're working it through. And one step at a time, okay? All right, sending you so much healing and love. Bye for now. Hello, if you chose the turquoise, this one is your reading. Take a deep breath, clear the energy, and we're going to see what we got here. We're the Alchemist. That's a fun card. It's about study and applied spirituality, shall we say, where you're experimenting, you're testing ideas, and you're altering your consciousness through meditation and learning. And we have Look Again from the Empath Oracle, which is a deck I created. It says, in this situation, it's important to look again. This issue deserves another look. Is what you are observing or sensing on the surface the full picture? Take your time, use your gut, and consider everything. Ask additional questions and analyze your own prejudices. You can trust yourself, just give it time, and arrive to your conclusions gradually. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Let's see what else Spirit has to say about this. We have the Nine of Cups, which is about accomplishment. It's also considered the wish fulfillment card. It's about the reward that comes from dedication and application of your abilities. And it's about getting all that you need. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is about the big picture. So this is mirroring the message. It's about some kind of process that you're in, like the Alchemist card is a process. Look at all the boiling flasks and stuff, the bubbling flasks. So you're working on something, and then there's a big picture here, which mirrors Look Again. So what are we looking at here? Like, what's the issue, Spirit? Remove cords. So there's something that's not quite what it seems, is what I'm seeing here for you guys. So they're telling you to look again and remove energy cords. So when you remove energy cords, you can take selenite. It works really well. You can buy fairly inexpensive selenite wands. Here's an example of selenite. I don't have a wand, but it's this pretty moonshiny crystal. Looks like moonshine. Moonshine is liquor, but I mean actual moon rays. But anyway, you can find them. You can find selenite wands for a few bucks, and then you just put them over your aura, move them past your aura with the intention of removing cords. And anyone who comes to mind, you can verbally state, "I've removed cords with so and so." Okay, that does work pretty well, especially if you're a beginner, to use selenite. I'll link to selenite wands in the description, but you should be able to also find it locally if you have a metaphysical shop or a rock and mineral shop, okay? We don't have to support amps. But if you want it, I'll link it. So we have the Knight of Wands. Looks like he's carrying a message for you. So, and look at how his wand here, his staff is illuminated. Like, look again. Go back into a situation that you had left and look again. That's what I'm seeing here, the way the horse is running over here. So, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by your situation. I'm very curious. Probably means more to you guys than it does to me because it's your situation. Snow. It's about innocence, and it's about, freshly fallen snow that with no footprints is a symbol of purity and innocence. And, just suspending conclusions. This is big picture thinking here. Looking again, removing the cords, and going and back into a situation and looking at it again. Speak up more. Okay, now it's becoming a little more clear. So there's a situation, I think, that felt kind of bad to you. And you're being urged to take another look, to remove the negative cords and see if you can't go back in and figure out what happened, which is what the alchemist does. The alchemist figures out what happened here, and you can act like an alchemist and look at it from the mental standpoint, the energetic standpoint, the cultural, social standpoint, whatever could have contributed. There could be mental health concerns if someone has a chronic mental health condition or whatnot, or certain perspectives that they have been shaped by. You can go and take another look at the situation. There's more to see, more to understand if you look at it from a big picture point of view, is what I'm hearing. This is very specific for certain people. So we have clock, which is about time passing. White oak, which is about really tuning into your intuition in a solid way. And nocturne. So it's like sleep on it, give it time. And remember what's really important. What's the enduring aspects of the people or the situation that you kind of had a bad feeling or a bad experience with. Okay? So that's what this means. And we're going to pull some more on this. Because clearly, Spirit is providing this information for a good reason during this eclipse period, right? All right, let's see what else we need to know here. We have the Temperance card, which is about balance, healing, and about perspectives. It's about being open to new ideas, new thoughts, new realities. So it looks like certain events are happening for this group during this period of time, during this eclipse period, that you're going through something that is complicated and requires a lot of your internal attention, meaning emotional and mental consideration. And so they're showing me something dissolving in a solution. So it goes back to the Alchemist card. This is a period of They're telling me introspection and healing. Those are the key words for this group. Okay? Introspection, healing. They're saying coming around at the right time. So there's a timing factor, which is why the clock came through earlier. The guides did that very intentionally. So you'll know the right time. They're saying at least 3 days before you go back and address this again. Page of Cups is showing a good-hearted, sincere intention involving an emotional offer, or a generous emotional offer. So this is about going back and trying again in a situation that seemed to have failed or turned muddy, unclear. Yeah. Two of Pentacles is balance. The ocean, listening within deeply, like the ocean. Listening deeply. So we've got some repeat messages. Remember the true you. Okay. So whatever went down here for you guys, you're coming back around like, okay, who am I really? I am a generous, well-intentioned, chill person. I'm not bitter. I don't hold grudges. I'm not mean. I'm not malicious. Maybe they're not either. Maybe the situation requires a different approach. Listen deeply for that answer. And remember who you are. That's why they want me to read this. Sometimes we care so much about a situation that we lose sight of our own value. If you feel that a situation outside of you is weighing you down and leading to negative thoughts, pause. Remember that nothing is black and white. Truth is a rainbow. Remember the true you. Okay? So that really summarizes what I've been discussing so far with these cards. So, getting clearer and clearer, and I have a feeling to pull some more. All right, spirit guides, come through for us. Honey locust, that is when something negative is going on. A person is being untrustworthy, or someone isn't being treated right. And winter, that can often refer to a time period or a period of difficulty that will end eventually, like the winter ends. Let me pull the snake for illumination. Let me pull the snake for illumination and clairvoyant. So that kind of goes back with that depth card of listening within. And this shows that you're going to go through a period of renewal so that you can listen and tune in and approach this in a much deeper way. All right? All right, spirit guides, anything else? Anything else we need, spirit guides? Let's see. Look at that. The hermit going within. Looking for the answers within. Taking another look. What else do we need to know, spirit? We have the hermit looking within and the King of Wands here. So there's something about this situation that feels very unsettling for you. You feel discombobulated, I think. We have the Ten of Swords. So the King of Wands is a positive leader and also can represent the sign of Aries because of the fire and the leadership. Aries is a fire sign. So it's showing that this Aries new moon is highlighting, the guides say things that are dangerous. Interesting. Things that are unsafe that you're dealing with. And it's becoming very obvious to you. We have the Knight of Wands over here, and then we have the Hermit is looking at what you have accomplished, because the Nine of Cups is about accomplishment and reaping the rewards of your efforts. And so Aries, this is Aries energy, I think. Fire energy of this new moon is urging you not to let Ten of Swords happen. Ten of Swords is pain, of devastation. And instead, to shine your light on what you deserve, what you merit, what you have accomplished. So don't forget about what you deserve here, okay? Let's see what the Empath Oracle has to say. Spend time in nature and forgive. Interesting. So I think for some of you, you feel like you made an error or in judgment or a mistake, and you've got to forgive that, okay? And take a brain break. Spend time in nature and reground yourself. I have a feeling the situation you're in involves a lot of miscommunication. And so there's forgiveness on all sides that are necessary to get past the pain, okay? So this about wraps up this reading, but I'm going to pull a few more cards just for validation purposes. Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about having to, I see it as having to fight back the opinions of other people. You have to fight for something. The Queen of Pentacles can be, she's a leader, but she's a nurturing leader. She's grounded, nurturing, stable. Bats is about listening to yourself, listening to your intuition, because they perceive through vibration. Okay, so what do we need to know about this spirit? We have the Four of Cups. So, actually, I think, you know what? I think we had finished. So I'm getting the feeling that this is your message, and this is what Spirit wanted to convey to you. For some of you, this is going to have to do with something being stolen. For some of you, this is going to have to do with something being stolen from you, or having some kind of breach in security in your home or maybe workplace or something like that. And it would be something that has already happened, so don't feel like I'm predicting the future. This is about something that has already happened, kind of a mistake or a mess that was made that requires a balanced resolution strategy, basically, where you need to also listen to your own needs and hear yourself. The guides are saying to hear yourself. Hear yourself. Interesting. Sometimes they put things in very unique ways. They're saying, hear yourself. And the eclipse is going to download energies into you, I'm seeing, that are they're saying there's going to be a surprise. Like, as you resolve this situation and the karma involved, there's going to be a good surprise. You're going to be pleasantly surprised here about what the cause of the conflict really is. And that's why the forgiveness is so important. So the guides are saying, take it easy. And they're showing you putting on some very thick glasses. So like you have to really scrutinize and look closely at what has happened. So let me know if you have any thoughts or comments on this. I would love to hear how this resonated with you guys. You can also find my Patreon in the description, where you can have more of a conversation about the readings and whatnot there as well, and ask for additional insight. And if you're interested in any of the cards I use, you can find those in the description too. So I hope this was very helpful for you guys, and I'm sending you all kinds of love and healing energy. I'm sending you lots of positive vibes right now, and I wish you the best, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.